But we'll see what we can see.
Okay. Yay. Okay.
I think we're live. Oh, you know what? You know what I forgot to do?
What?
Back this up.
Well, I thought maybe we were just trying to do something new and crazy.
No.
Now, welcome, guys.
Wait, we need to adjust.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nobody's taller than I am, right? I'll be the tall one. Okay, so welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Where did our
little sign went to?
Sign is right here. It's alive. It's Steph and Eileen.
Now I have to get my phone working. Crystal's in the audience. You guys will get to meet Crystal, unless she wants to come up now and you can spend the whole time with us up here.
I wish I could. I've got somewhere
choice.
to be, but I should peek in around the corner.
Okay, so let's do this. So this is Miss Crystal Burns. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Hello.
So she is our lovely new It's So Tempting employee. We're so happy to have her. She's been amazing so far.
New family member.
2 days.
2 days so far.
And
I haven't been scared off.
I was going to say, she came here today, so obviously she's not scared off. So tell us a bit about yourself.
So, yes, my name's Crystal. I've lived in the community since 2007. I have 2 beautiful daughters that have been in the Rolla Story Community School District and graduated within the last handful of years. So I am close to
Empty
nester, yes, and just kind of looking for something that just really struck a chord with me for my interests and that kind of thing. Just truly enjoy the ladies here and really excited to be a part of the group. So
She's actually taken some of our classes before, and now you may actually get to the point where you get to lead some of the classes.
Exactly.
Promotion!
Oh, yes, definitely.
So we're super excited to have Crystal here, and gosh. So you'll be seeing a lot of her. She'll between 16 to 24 hours or whatever we need her. And so I'm excited. I'm a happy girl.
I'm excited.
It'll be a good thing.
Happy girl. So so you said you can't hang out.
Can't hang out tonight. I apologize.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, just had visiting with family and stuff, and I have yet to eat today. So
oh no,
picking up dinner for everybody and
to eat
and back.
Yeah, so it's a matter of priorities.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Like it's got to get dinner home and that kind of thing. So
awesome. Well, thank you so
thank
much
you for coming in.
I will see you next week.
Certainly,
Right.
and nice to meet everyone. Please stop by, say hello. I'd certainly love to meet everyone and.
Feel free to quiz her on names and whatever else you'd like to buy. That way she'll learn.
Exactly. Well, thank you.
Bye.
Have a nice supper.
All right, you guys. Okay, so that was our Crystal. And like we were saying, we're so happy to have her. She's going to be here quite a bit during the week, so that way it frees me up to do the things that we've got to do.
We have a lot of welcomes for you.
She's running out the door.
Yeah, she's on her way.
She's got a hungry crew to feed. I still got to figure out the Iowa Falls. I don't know why I have such a hard time getting to the Iowa Falls stuff. So I can see.
Know.
So you talk.
I'm on this.
You talk.
I'm on this one. So yeah, I'm still crazy because we had, obviously you're going to be able to tell which days I work at the pharmacy because I'm always going to be wearing a polo. So if you see me being a little bit crazy, that's what's going on.
So
we do have some fun announcements. Just a reminder, you guys probably all know by now, but April 1st and 2nd, that is when we are going to be doing our one-stop shopping quilter spree in Nevada. We got, 10 or so other people. It's going to be...
We've got rainbows and calico things from Williamsburg.
Iowa Falls Sewing and Fabric from Iowa Falls.
Forest Mills Quilt Shop from Postville, Iowa.
It's So Tempting in Story City.
The Quilted Strawberry from Strawberry Point, Iowa.
Cedar Creek Quilts from Ankeny, Iowa.
Seems to Me from Algona.
Debbie's Quilt Shop and Gifts from Osage.
Tilly's Quilt Shop from Fort Dodge.
Cottage Rose.
Wait, I can't do that.
Cottage Rose from Marion. Mrs. T's from Vincent, Iowa. And last but not least, Quilting.
So, you guys, like I always say, this is a great time if you've ever thought about maybe buying a long arm and you just weren't sure if you could handle that beast. Quilting is there to get your hands in and try that sucker out.
So it looks like it's 11 quilt shops plus quilting. So Yeah, and we're all being Gates Hall from 10 to 5 on the 1st and 10 to 4.
Gates Memorial Hall. We always forget the memorial. I always forget
I'm sure
the memorial.
People it's memorialized for are not going to care.
I'm just saying.
It's Gates Memorial Hall. Don't want to offend anybody in Nevada. So it's Gates Memorial Hall. And if you need the address, it's 825 15th Street.
Oh, Stan says you look good in blue.
Oh, thank you, Stan.
Doesn't she?
So, yes. So anyway, that's going to be where we're going to be. It's same street as the high school, middle school, I think. It's just, so it's right in that same area. So
it's really easy to find.
It's not a difficult. There's usually pretty good parking. And with any luck, we'll have really nice weather, so we won't have to deal with the whole frozen, really wet kind of transitions.
Yes.
But anyway, we are looking forward to that, so please come join us there. And if you can't come join us there, you can always come here because our goal is still to have everything. We might be pulling Tori out of the back, trying to get her to work some too. I know she had reserved some time off.
I have her scheduled to work, but we also have Crystal now. So if Tori cannot,
or it might be a tag team if they're so busy.
Correct. I'm going to pull that thing down.
So anyway, so we are looking forward to it being a very busy week. I did take half a week off from the pharmacy so I can be there. So, so don't go to the pharmacy those days if you want to see me because you're not going to find me.
Yeah, Steven. Listen here, Buster. Sometimes I do still need her, so.
I doubt Steven is watching, although he has watched.
Steven, if you are watching, please know that I still sometimes do need her, so, yeah. And I went through, so you guys, we get a lot of requests from guilds and different vending shows for both shops. And so I finally got a chance to sit down and go through all those requests that have been coming through today. So I am actually going to have some dates to give you.
Okay, well, that's good.
Like through November.
Okay, well, that's good. I should be able to make those requests.
So, yeah. So we've got something from Iowa Falls that I picked up. And the Chamber at Iowa Falls puts this little, what do you call it?
It's a brochure.
It's called Explore Iowa Falls 2022 Shopping and Dining Guide. Dining, and Lodging. So
sorry, I keep going the wrong way.
Wanted to make sure that all of our Iowa Falls folks and anybody else who would love to go visit the beautiful scenic downtown Iowa Falls, because it is beautiful.
And you have Scenic City Boat Club.
They do.
Nature Area, Historical Society.
The river there froze over, which if you live there, you know this happens, but this was my first winter driving there, and it froze over, and it's so cool when it's frozen over like that.
Well, hopefully it won't last too long in that frozen. But they even have they have a map with all of everything placed on there,
which is really cool. And then a little on the back side, whatever month it is, it shows you kind of what's going on.
So let's see here. There's April. I'm going to get close up. I'm not sure. That's not going to show up very well. Anyway.
But we've got a bunch of these in our Iowa Falls store. So when you're in there, pick one up. And I'm sure the Chamber has a ton more. So we can always get more. And you can always head to the Chamber to pick it up.
And Iowa Falls Sewing is number 18.
And we have our picture in there.
A picture of the store. Not ours.
Not us. The store. The store's better than a picture of us.
The store, not the store.
Iowa Falls store.
Iowa Falls store.
This is the shop. That's the store.
Oh, so for
maybe
me,
that's how we figure that out.
Well, the way I always say it is, this is the shop.
New Cara is the store. Well, what if we just call New Cara the pharmacy?
We could, but I just call that one Iowa Falls. I don't know. What should we call them, guys? Help us out.
Maybe that should be our question of the week.
Yeah.
What are our nicknames for the stores? It's so tempting. Iowa Falls. Shop, store. Something.
And then there's the pharmacy, because we got to be able to figure out where the heck I am.
Do you know what I'm missing? I'm missing the studio audience. That was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was a little chaos.
It was chaos, but it was fun. And we owe one of the gals a fat quarter.
Oh, that's right.
I think her name was Katie. So I need to get in contact. Connie, if you're watching, let me know who it is. I'm going to pick out a fat quarter, and we'll figure out a way to get it to her, because
feel free to make sure if you're on either
watching,
one, make a note, and we will.
Because I want to, because I always rewatch these to see if there was a question that was asked or something, that just to make sure I don't miss anything. Mm-hmm. And I noticed that. I'm like, oh yeah, we owe her.
You get to pick it.
Yeah, I get to pick it.
That was the rule.
Speaking of fat quarters, we've got some beautiful fat quarters here.
Eileen was really feeling in supportive of the Ukraine.
Is it the Ukraine or Ukraine?
I don't know if there's...
Because I've heard people saying it both ways, and I'm just wondering what's the most proper way. Like, is it the Ukraine or Ukraine?
I think it's just Ukraine.
Okay.
I was thinking about Ukrainians.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, anyway. So, we have some new sunflower material, and one even has a blue background to go with it. The other one, you can choose your blue background to be with it. But they are both just
beautiful,
really awesome. I mean, I'm very impressed with the prints on both of those. They're really nice.
New Timeless Treasures. They just actually launched last month, so very timely. Also, with our Shop Hop fabric, which we don't have any samples quite yet to show you guys, there's sunflowers in that too. Yeah. Which I thought was pretty interesting that Benartex picked up on that way before
it happened. So
that's pretty cool.
This is what some of it's going to look like. It's not quite as intense. Sorry, I'm really off center here. It's not quite. This is brighter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is more digital realistic.
Yeah, and this is more of a casual
country. Because remember, the theme is barn quilts and barns.
But still, I mean, if this is one of those patterns, this is a great sunflower pattern that you're going to have in your book. So timing is going to be good, especially if we get those in the next month or so.
So Stan says we should call the shops number one, number two, number three, with Story City being number 1. So then is Iowa Falls number 2 and New Cara number 3? Or New Cara's number 2, because we go 1, 2, then 3.
Yeah.
If we're talking like location, like physical location.
This is still always going to be the shop. I don't know. It's going to be that's going to be some difficulty. We're going to have to figure that out. So we could do 1, 2, 3, but then who gets to be 2? And since it's not like New Cara is part of this, so then it would necessarily be 1 and 2. But then
we'll have to figure that out.
I don't know. This is more puzzling than you think.
So with that, Iowa Shop Hop 2022 magazine, which we don't have quite yet. If you pre-register either at Iowa Falls or It's So Tempting here in Story City, you will, and when I mean pre-register, you're actually purchasing it right now, you will get a copy of the 2020 Iowa Shop Hop magazine.
For as many as we have left.
And we are
almost out.
Yes.
So first come, first serve on that one.
Yes. So... Gosh, that was a few. They're the same. And actually, I really didn't change anything.
Okay. I just thought it's all on my side.
Yes. Because you're in charge today.
Oh,
no. But wasn't that a beautiful segue?
It was very nice.
Sunflowers.
Yeah, so
as if that was planned.
With ourselves on that one.
And it was not planned. And our screen keeps going light and dark. So I don't know what's going on with that.
I think it has to do with when we move one way or the other. There you go. That's our dance music for the night.
We're choreographing tonight. We're having beautiful segues tonight. Oh my gosh, we're on fire.
Nothing we do is ever planned.
Nothing. Okay. Except for this is always planned.
That's always planned. And then
she's got her lemonade. You know what? No, that would be terrible together. I've decided.
Oh. And if you know that it's terrible, it's got to be.
I don't know. Might not be. Okay. What else do we have for announcements? Okay. Hey, guys. If I said the word zippers to you, would you know what that meant? And where you would need to go in order to use that word zippers to benefit you? Well, let me tell you. So zippers is this month's thank you for being a Facebook community member. Mm-hmm. And in order to participate in that little thank you, what you need to do is go out to It's So Tempting, not Facebook page, but itsotempting.com, and then go to the newsletter section, and you'll see in there where you put in your email, your name, the secret password, zippers, and then you will be sent a little something as a thank you for watching us and hanging out with us. And
we really do appreciate it.
Yes, and I absolutely do apologize because we've missed that the last couple times. And this month's one I think is pretty cool, so I might extend that out till next. Well, it actually goes till next month. That's true. So, anyways,
it'll be
zippers.
There. It may make it an extra week because we're going to be doing setup on the next Thursday.
Well,
for the Thursday for the 1st April.
Which is next week.
Yeah.
We'll do a small little Facebook Live next week. How about that?
From our setup.
Yeah, from our setup. So we'll be all like sweaty and crazy and gross. Oh, and if anybody wants to come and help us set up, that would be fun too. Any takers?
Yes.
Please.
Or even if you just want to help us unload.
Unloading, you know. Alrighty. So what do we got next? Upcoming.
We have some questions about whether or not we carry 10-inch squares in either or both of our stores, and we do. We don't have a whole lot. We had more, but we had one lady come in, and I don't mean a 10-inch ruler.
What? Oh, layer cake.
Layer cakes.
And here
but not everything's a layer cake.
Go get a ruler. Because that's where my brain went. Ruler. I'm really tired to you guys.
Yes, we do have those. We had, I don't know if you guys remember Miss Marguerite.
Which we have. I just ordered more of.
We went through everything that we had in stock. And so we are going to try and get more in. Eileen has placed an order, so with any luck, that will be back soon. But we do have several different kinds. In fact, we have a couple of them that are glow in the dark. We have
I think we only have the glow in dark left.
We only have the glow in the dark. Everything else is gone.
And I think, yeah.
Obviously, that's been a hot item recently.
And I think, so this is the construction one, and Steph is saying it's glow in the dark. Mm-hmm. And then
we have the lift off.
We have the lift off, but all of those are in kits. And we don't have very many of them left.
Okay. So we have just a couple of kits that have those. So if you know anybody who's construction oriented and would like a glow in the dark aspect of their thing, we have a couple of bolts that have those too. Coordinated. But we also can coordinate this with the cotton shot. There's a lot of great cotton shot that would go with that. Very primary color based. Mm-hmm. But really a neat one.
And also, you guys, the glow in the dark on this is actually amazing because we have this out in our little back room and there's no windows in there. It does get a lot of light during the day from the lights. And so when I'm leaving, because I leave out the back door now, and it's pitch black, these are lovely and glowing in the dark for me, so I can kind of like guide my way.
We're going to start putting like a little pattern on the wall so she knows where to go.
Very cool. So those are our 10-inch or 10x10 layer cakes, whatever you want to call them, from Benartex.
But now Iowa Falls has some also, right?
I'm not sure how much we have there right now. We're slowly getting ourselves put online. So at Iowa Falls, we do have a website. It just has not launched yet. So kind of a little mini announcement.
We're making progress.
And so I'm not sure exactly what all we have there, and I'm so used to just like going to my phone and checking to see what we have here that I'm like, oh, I can't look. I don't remember. So, but we do have some like layer. Actually, yes, we do have layer cakes. I'm so stupid. We've actually got quite a few layer cakes from Benartex that we just got in. So we have some. I think the cats with quilts we have here.
Okay.
And is your phone still there?
Yep. Yep, my phone's still
mine
here.
Just went away.
We had another name for the shop.
Oh, what is it?
Pat says we should call it Home.
Home. Well, yes.
Some of us tend to live here more than others.
Yes.
Especially me now. Especially you now, since I'm not here.
So we do have that. We actually have these really cool patterns. We've got the fish, hooked on fish, I believe. We actually do have quite a few 10x10 and mini charms. Plus, I just got a bunch of these back in. We went through all of these. Beautiful Day by Corey Yoder of Coriander Quilts. That and jelly rolls. And then I don't know if this one actually goes with it, but this is a Corey Yoder Coriander Quilts pattern called
Star Twist.
Yes, thank you. Star Twist. So I ordered those in. Those will be heading up to Iowa Falls. If anybody wants one here, let me know and I'll
leave a couple?
Yep, leave a couple behind.
The quilt size on that one is 63 by 78.
Yes.
Just in case you want to do it. It looks like they use at least 20 fat quarters.
Yeah.
I mean, so you can, you can do it whatever you want.
I have yardage for this too.
Okay.
And it's in the back of my car. Hope nobody steals it. Did I lock my car?
Hopefully. Otherwise, if we find out that we have nobody watching us and everybody's outside by your car, we might have some issues. Might want to go lock that just to be safe. So,
lock in the car.
Okay, so I had something on my mind.
Yes,
and
sorry.
It left.
Did it have anything to do with pharmacy? The names of the shops?
No, I haven't seen anything.
A drink?
It had to do with our question. Did we ever ask our question?
We did not. What was our question for the night?
Our question was, if you were a pre-cut, what kind of pre-cut would you be and why?
Steph, what kind of pre-cut would you be and why?
I sort of see myself as a fat quarter.
Oh, yeah, because that's a pre-cut.
Because I'm
stop.
I'm not a thin quarter.
Oh, stop.
Plus, there's so much you can do with a fat quarter.
There is. So
so it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's just.
So what you're saying is you are multi-purpose.
That
multitasking.
Is true. I mean, there's so many things. You can have so many options. Not just with what you can do with one fat quarter, but if you do a whole bunch of fat quarters, you can do so much with a quilt that way. So, well, just for example, this 20 fat quarters. Just think of how much fun you could have with that. It's a lot more fun than just buying yardage.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, I think I would be a fat quarter. What would you do?
I think I would be a 10 by 10 or a layer cake because these are handy and there's lots of different patterns for this 5 by 5, but I can get 3 quilts out of this.
Yeah.
So I would like to multiply myself by 3 and be able to be 3 different people doing 3 different things all at the same time.
That would be a nice thing. You might actually sleep then.
That's kind of like your superpower.
Your superpower, yeah.
Yeah. If you were a superpower,
what's your pre-cut and what's your superpower?
Sleep. That's what I do at sleep.
I want that for my superpower. I want to sleep.
I want to be able to sleep. Okay, you guys,
normal hours.
I want to show you some really cool new things that came in. We didn't get a whole heck of a lot in that was new. Oh, do we want to do our favorite things?
We haven't done them for a while. Do you want to show them what your favorite thing is?
Let's show our favorite things.
That was what you were showing them, yeah.
I know, but I decided that's not my favorite thing anymore. I mean, it is cool, and I love it. But now that that's my pre-cut, I want something different. No. Oh. It's something that's new, so it kind of tags in with the new thing. So you go first. What's your favorite thing?
Okay, well, mine is an oldie but a goodie. It's the wool mats. We had a group here the other night where we were doing a presentation, and I needed to iron something. I was trying to iron it clear off to the side, and Eileen just whipped our wool mat out from underneath down below, and I could iron just right here in front of everybody, and it wasn't going to be a lot of ironing, so it was on top of that. It just reminded me how nice working on the wool mats are. Because
and how portable.
Yeah. It really does. It makes it more possible. Now, I would not do it on my table at home because I did find out that it got a little warm underneath it. So
yeah, because I was doing that at home as well. Mm-hmm. And I actually had my Quilter Select mat underneath it. Yeah, I think Quilter Select mats are very durable and they're much better than like the Olfa mats and things like that. Mm-hmm. I almost think I ruined my Quilter Select mat with this because I was doing it for hours.
Right. So that's the difference. I was doing just a quick little bunch of, and besides, it's hard to ruin the mat that we already have that's basically ruined.
Oh, okay.
That's another story altogether.
I want to update y'all. So, if you guys saw my little Facebook Live that I did when I was opening up the mats, and I had thought that I got the correct mat in for this, well, it wasn't. It was the 24 by 36, which Chris Hobbs has gotten that. But I did figure out that we can actually use 3 of those, and that's going to work perfectly for the space. And actually, it might work better. So I got all excited. And then I thought, well, I'm going to find out what the ETA is on that big, big, big mat that we had ordered over a year ago. And they came back to me saying, there's no ETA on it. So I said, cancel it. Because we'll just use the 24 by 36. So we had 4 of those in stock. And then Dwayne was in here working, and he sold 2. So now I have to order at least 1 more, and I'll have to order at least 2, if not more.
Well, you might as well order 3 or 4 because they keep disappearing.
So now we have to wait longer, but that's okay because you guys got to get those mats, and that's awesome. So
yes. Just so you hear some comments here. Pat Minnick is going to be a jelly roll because that's how she rolls. Patricia Poling is a fat quarter for her also.
Awesome.
Roxy Stedding she likes jelly rolls. The strips are all pre-cut and lots of options to do with them, which is very true.
Perfect.
Pam Miller liked the reason I used for a fat quarter.
Multi-purpose.
Beryl Hoff said she's with you on the layer cake. So she can make so many things with them. So
just duplicate.
Yeah.
Make copies of yourself. bloop, bloop, bloop. Copy machine.
Yes, wouldn't that be just nice?
That would be
as opposed to just parts of yourself that you make on the copy machine.
So speaking of copy machines, I'm going to switch mine up. This is going to be my favorite thing.
It is going to be
because it's a beautiful segue and it is cool. So I've had people ask me about papers for foundation paper piecing, and I actually came across them when I was ordering the big book of favorite scraps. Anyways, it's at Iowa Falls, fabulous book. So I came across these guys, and these are ones that you can actually put in your printer, 100 sheets. They're quilter-tested blank papers for use with most photocopiers and printers. And this is easy to tear away, so if you like to do your foundation paper piecing and you have your pattern, and of course when we get our pattern, we never use our original pattern. We always make a copy of it. This is what you'll need to get. Now, this is like $16.99 for 100 sheets in here, so it's very reasonably priced. And this is my favorite thing because I love to paper piece. And I actually, earlier today, was going to set myself up to do a demo for paper piecing. I think that's going to have to wait because I was able to, knock through a whole bunch of paperwork today.
Nice.
Oh, that was terrible. Let's do that again. There we go.
You know what I was told when you have to do that? If you do a real crummy one, look at the other person's elbow.
So I was able to get paperwork done today. Now I'm not finished.
But the fact that you were getting through so much stuff, I mean, you would not believe this girl literally had to get a suitcase to carry all the paperwork around with her that she has to carry around. So, yeah.
And there's got to be a streamlined way to do it, and that's what I'm trying to figure out in playlists. So sometimes it takes me a bit longer because, I want to make sure I'm communicating, with Dwayne and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think I've developed a fantastic, easy system.
Okay.
We'll see how it works.
Look forward to hearing how that goes.
We'll see how it works. So, anyways, this is my favorite thing today, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to get a little demo next week. Because how many of you out there would love to see a demo of just a simple paper piecing method?
Many of you might already know it, but you know what? There are a lot of ways to do paper piecing. So why not learn another one? Because it might be your new favorite.
Maybe I can get Miss Chris Hobbs on, and I can show my way. Yeah. She can show her way because our ways are just slightly different. Neither of them are good or better or worse. They just work differently for us.
Different people like different ways. And I can pay attention and maybe I'll learn. Poor Chris. She started to teach me and got about this far and I never got back. It's just sort of one of those things that just got buried. I feel bad for her. I'm sorry.
So speaking of paper piecing and demoing.
We've got 2 votes for 3
for paper piecing next week.
Paper piecing, yep.
That's a hard thing to say. Paper piecing. Paper piecing.
Practice paper piecing.
Practice paper piecing. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
How many pecks of peppers did Peter Piper
pick? I don't know because I don't know Peter.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck wood?
That's easier to say.
Yeah,
how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Woodchuck put wood, a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
I don't know. I don't know. All right, guys. So
I think we get sidetracked at all.
We don't have it. We don't have a studio audience going focus to us.
Yeah.
So with that, I think I've asked twice now. If anybody would like to come and join us, we would love it because
just to watch. Keep us on track.
Keep us on track because we love that. So, you guys, we do have classes coming up. This Friday is our Journey Home class, and that's where we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful quilt. And specifically, we're going to be learning a technique that was new to me and I thought was really actually very ingenious on how to make flying geese. So that is what we're going to be learning. Then following week, we're going to be learning some color theory with the Michael Miller So Colorful kit. Not only that, we're going to be talking about some applique in this as well. So that should be fun if you've never appliqued before. Then we're going to be doing our Quilt Builder card deck.
Now, do you still have room in that class or
I've
is
got
it filled up?
One spot. The gal who thought she might be able to come can't make it this time, but she really wants me to do this again. And I told her if it's fun and it's a hit this time, because you never know, right?
Right. Sometimes it's a one-time class and sometimes
it's like,
repeat.
We should never do that again. Yeah. So this is going to be really fun, I hope. We're going to be playing a game and learning how to make these. And then that's day 1 in the evening. Again, these are Friday night classes. And then day 2, we're going to put the blocks together.
And now day 2 is actually the Saturday. It's right after the Friday.
Correct.
Not another week. It's like a weekend thing. So it's almost like
a retreat.
Oh. Huh.
Maybe it's our first little retreat.
It's a baby retreat.
It's a baby.
You don't get to stay overnight.
No. Well, you could.
If
I will be here.
I was going to say, Arlene stays overnight.
We've got a fridge. We can get food. We actually have a shower and everything downstairs. We could shower.
That would be interesting.
Bring your own sleeping bag and your pillow. Oh, well, we'll talk about that later. All right. So, and then the next class, it was 5D with me. So that's these 5 diamond designs. You come, we feed you. And by the way, every class except for this one here, we are going to feed you. And I have talked with Angelia at Cafe Yeta. So we are going to be eating Cafe Yeta. And I'm so excited because they are so good. I don't know yet. I'm going to want that, but I'm going to see what else they have to offer, and I'll work with Angelia to get that figured out.
Okay.
So if that isn't enough to bribe you to come in, this should be, because this is just way fun. Love these guys. Speaking of that, I need to get that order in for Nevada. But these are just so fun and simple and very stress-free.
I will put it over here so you don't forget.
Oh, thank you. That's a good idea. And then the last class of the month, that's going to be decoupaging. So if you guys have spent any amount of time in the store, either here or at Iowa Falls, I said store. I didn't say shop. I said store.
Yeah.
So now I'm confused. Anyways, you know how much I love to decoupage. I love the fact that fabric is not just for quilts. It is for decor. And with that in mind,
do we have any more openings in the decoupage class?
Yes, we do. Because I made it for six people. 6 people.
Okay, so we have room. That could be a really big class.
It can be because, we can spread out with that. There's no sewing machines involved. So, yes. So, if you guys would love to sign up, you can either come in or go out to itsotempting.com, go to classes and events, select the class that you would like, and then get yourself signed up there. So, speaking of decoupage.
Yes.
Beautiful segues all night long. I'm loving this, you guys. This is almost like
we planned it.
Heavenly. Inspired. Okay. So Steph did not have time because you guys, she is running her tail off. She is working hard. We did a thing the other night here. She's been working, so she didn't get a chance to make anything from the country register, which when she texted me, she's like, no food tonight. I'm like,
I was like, the thing is, I always make it on Wednesday nights, and I got home late from the pharmacy.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't that long before Bell's. And by the time I got back from Bell's, which, by the way, Tori had reminded me I needed to stop by Quick Start. They're having a deal right now on full chicken. It's really good. Anyways, slide by this. But I had to stop by there because we needed distilled water for the pharmacy. Because otherwise we can't mix up prescriptions.
Right.
So anyway, because I've been texting her earlier. So does Quick Start have distilled water? It's amazing what they have. Anyway. Focus. Anyway, by the time I got home, I was tired. Nothing happened. I went to bed.
And that's okay. Because, sometimes you need to just have a night.
Well, we don't have that much food left to choose from. I think we only have 2 days left.
So this is perfect because I just thought, well, I'm just going to read through the country register and see what else is in there.
And they do have some fun things.
They do. And they have this wonderful article about decorating tips to save money.
Oh, that is a good
little segue.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, country register, folks. This is the March-April edition. It's very pastel-y and very cute on the front. Of course, we have our mystery blocks or mystery quilts in there that you guys should hopefully be working on. And
that's on page 19 of this one, 16 of the last one. And then there's a way to also find out if you haven't gotten the first one. There is a way to find
and I think Denise made copies of the first one at Iowa Falls too.
Okay.
So, all right. So here are some decorating tips to save money, and this comes from Ada Gonzalez from Ada's Interior Design Feature. So paint. You guys think about paint. Painting is probably one of the cheapest ways that you could refresh a room. Now, the downside to painting is sometimes you refresh that room and you think, oh, well, now my couches seem a little shabby. My curtains seem a little shabby. But here's some tips
Don't paint the couch for the curtains.
Yeah. No painting the couch or curtains. But here's some tips on finding paint on the cheap. Now, if you go to your local Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot, or whatever paint store that you like to
frequent.
Thank you. Sometimes they have the discount paints, and a lot of times it could be paints that people have returned because it wasn't quite the right color, and maybe they decided they didn't want it after it got mixed right there in the store. It could be paint that they mixed up because they were training employees, and so they're not going to use it. So you can sometimes get discounted paint
if you're not picky.
If you're not, well, for about half the price of a regular can of paint. So obviously you have to think about, do you want, eggshell or satin, or, what type of finish that you want. But what she says in here is to take whatever you're trying to match up. So maybe it's a pillow, or maybe it's a curtain that you found that you absolutely love. Go in and take that into your paint store and see if you can't find something in that discount section that you can paint your room with. So an inexpensive way to get your paint and your walls changed. Here's another option that she didn't give in here, but it just came to me, is maybe you don't paint your whole room, but you paint just a focal wall.
Right. We did that in our house in Battleground.
So that's a very common thing to do. Just paint a focal wall. You don't need as much paint. Now, when you do that again, maybe the rest of your painting, your walls don't look so nice. So maybe you will want to wind up painting it. But just doing a simple focal wall would be nice as well. Another thing she says in here is furniture. Now, along the same lines, looking for that discount furniture, sometimes she says high-end furniture stores actually will have furniture that's been returned, furniture that was damaged. So they'll have like a clearance section. And if you're not like super picky, like maybe there's a little smudge or a little tear in the fabric, and we are sewers, I bet you we could figure out a way to fix those tears or to do something to make that look better. Then that's another way to get an inexpensive piece of furniture that is new to you. Also,
garage sales.
Or, like Goodwill, Salvation Army, like all those places.
Where they're bidding.
Oh, auctions.
Thank you.
Auctions, estate sales. There's some really beautiful things that you can find at estate sales.
We have like a consignment shop in Gilbert and one in Jewel, as well as what we have here for affordables.
Antiques, Iowa, affordables, tin chandelier. There are a plethora of places that you guys can find used or consigned furniture that is actually very beautiful. It just didn't fit in that person's decor anymore, or somebody passed away,
or they've been around for a long time. They just wanted a refresh. So their old could be your refresh.
So now, here is where the decoupage comes in. You guys, you go and you find these kind of antique-looking pieces of furniture. You get yourself a can of paint, spray paint. Okay, spray paint is a wonderful thing. It's not terribly expensive, and you spray paint the base of whatever it is, like say a coffee table, and then you take some fabric that you have fallen in love with, and it doesn't usually take a lot, and you decoupage the top of whatever you're doing, or the front of shelves, bookcase shelves, whatever your imagination will allow you to do. And maybe you take that same fabric and you make some pillows that you throw on your couch that you found at Affordables or Antiques Iowa or what have you. So simple, inexpensive ways, using a fat quarter even
a fat quarter. Well, and I found, I am a Pinterest junkie. I admit it freely.
My name is Steph, and I'm addicted to Pinterest.
I am. But just if you want some little accent things that may or may not be, they were using fabric to cover 3-ring binders that were old, that did not look so good. I'm like, what a cute idea, because all of a sudden you line a few things up. It makes things look nice and neat, and you can put whatever you want inside. And it helps them a little bit with the strength, even if they're coming apart.
Stan says the Habitat store. So the Habitat for Humanity store, that it would be a wonderful place, because then that's like Affordables. That's actually going to a very good cause.
Yes.
Not that Antiques Iowa and Tin Chandelier, their causes aren't good,
well,
because,
they all have different options. They're all good.
Yeah, they're all good. There's actually a lot to choose from in Story City, Gilbert, and Ames, and Jewel.
Well, and Jewel too.
Like, you guys could spend the weekend going
from place to place
and finding some really cool stuff.
As long as you stop by here to pick up your fabric to go on top.
That's right. And if you do it, I wanted to mention this too about the decoupage class. Sorry, I forgot. Okay, so here's the deal with the decoupage class. You're paying for everything that you guys need to do a project that we're going to do, okay? And it's going to teach you the basics of decoupaging. But because I was talking with Monica, and Monica's like, oh, I really want to decoupage something. So I said, well, why don't you go ahead and bring that in? Because I don't think what we're going to do is going to take too terribly long. If you guys have something that's, not ginormous, bring that in, and let's play with that and see what we can't find. Maybe some fabric in here to decoupage onto whatever it is that you want to pretty up.
Well, and the thing is, you can use the big, huge focal fabric type things, or you can use a blender. Mm-hmm. It really can just be anything.
Exactly. The sky is the limit. Mm-hmm. And the final thing I want to say about fabric decor, decoupage, inexpensive, is think about fabric on your walls. Okay. If you guys have been to our Iowa Falls shop store, number 3, whatever we want to call it right now, you guys will notice in the bathroom we put up fabric. And I think it's easier to work with than wallpaper. We did use wallpaper paste for that because it's a little bit thinner, and so it allows us to kind of maneuver things and spread things out a little bit easier on the wall before it dries. But think about it. You're doing, 44 inches? Mm-hmm. I mean, selvage you can cut off, so maybe 42 inches. That's a huge piece of material,
but in one piece
that you're getting up on the wall. And if you're not doing a print that really you have to worry about lining up too much, how quickly can you get a wall or section done with just, it's going to take some fabric because I don't know how long, tall your ceiling or your wall is.
Well, and you also have to dip it. I mean, if it's, you've got to be careful if it's a directional.
That's what I mean. So, you'd have to be careful of that. But if you're doing something, beautiful and simple, like a blender that just gives that really lovely pop of color with just a bit of texture in there, because that's what we want to add to our decor is texture. Mm-hmm. I always call, when people make quilts and they're using different, like a paisley and a floral and a check and and they're not quite sure if it all goes together. It's like, oh, honey, it's just French country. You're just mixing and matching things, and it's just beautiful.
Eclectic is my favorite.
Eclectic. Yes, absolutely. So, you guys, that is our little article from the Country Register today. I don't know if we'll have food next time, but we may not. But there are some...
Well, next time we're going to be in Nevada.
Oh, so we won't.
Probably not.
We won't. But there are some really great articles in here. This one is fabulous. There's another one that's talking about some spring cleaning, which I'm really ready for spring. When I saw snow this morning, I'm like, what?
I think Mother Nature is probably taking some medication.
I think Mother Nature is bipolar.
She needs medication.
And needs medication. Very badly. So thank you, Country Register, for a wonderful article to inspire us.
So this is a little bit out of order since we moved that up to the top rather than at the end.
Because the segue. Oh, wait. If you are going to do decor, if you're going to go and find the colors and things like this, get yourself one of these, guys. It's the ultimate 3-in-1 color tool. Not only can you use it for your quilting and getting the right color combinations that work well for you, but it can also be used in decor. Okay.
Yes.
I promise. There we go. That's it.
Whoosh. But we did get some new fun things today. Or not just today, but this week.
Within the last couple days.
Yeah.
What did we get? What did we get?
We got the fun fabrics. We got this one that you've been waiting for.
Okay. So remember, was it last week we were talking about? Mm-hmm. Last week we were talking about this lovely little gem, the Quilting Cocktails, 12 delicious cocktail recipes that
based on the stripology from Gudrun.
Gudrun, but how do you say her first name?
Gudrun.
Is it Gudrun?
Gudrun is her first name.
From GE Quilt Designs. Let's just call it that.
Yeah, Gudrun Urla.
Gudrun Urla. Anyways, wonderful gal. These are quilts that she has designed to go with her stripology ruler, and the book is called Stripology Mixology. Mm-hmm. And we shared the story about the gals taking this to the bars, and then they created this because it's
easier to carry,
right? So this will show you the drink recipe along with a picture of the quilt that it goes with. So it's really kind of fun. And then they came out with Stripology Mixology book number 2.
So guess what Eileen got?
Yay!
The Quilting Cocktails number 2.
Number 2.
Well, it doesn't say number 2. It does say volume 2.
Volume 2.
So all kinds of fun little ones in there. So we've got the coconut margarita.
Ooh, I like that one. That one's really pretty.
See, and you never know. You might come up with a new quilt design as well as a new alcohol. Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon. And again, you guys, that's using the Stripology Creative Grids ruler. which is the slotted ruler, which is why our gal gets her free fat quarter, because she was like, slotted ruler.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the one.
And it comes in 3 sizes. There's the mini, the
mini.
The mini, the Stripology Squared, and the Stripology XL that replaced the Stripology Large, which was the original.
Right.
They no longer have, because everybody wanted the XL.
Correct. And it just makes sense, actually.
And the thing is, it's nice. It works either way. Yeah. So if you're looking through the books and you see something that just says Stripology Ruler, well, that would now be the XL.
XL, yeah. So, lest you think that that's all we care about is the alcohol and the quilts, she actually does make other quilt patterns and books that use the Stripology rulers and are just as wonderful.
And have no alcohol involved.
There's no alcohol involved. You can add your own alcohol.
But you are not required to. So just because it says Stripology Mixology does not mean you have to have your alcohol.
And what is my number 1 rule if you're going to mix sewing
and
alcohol? Cut first, then imbibe.
Yes. It gives you a much better chance of getting what you're supposed to be getting.
And you get to keep your fingers.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Unless you decide to sew them.
Yes. But that's what klutz gloves are for, too.
Okay.
Which I should order. We should order some of those.
You probably should, yeah.
Okay. So this really is like, because I've got like, I don't even know. But so a few weeks ago, I did a radio spot and I talked about old quilt magazines. And I thought, why not talk about it here? Because, like, why?
I'm just reading the title on this one. Want to recycle your ancestors.
Okay. So the reason why I'm bringing these up, you guys, is because not only are they good for a good laugh, because, like Steph said,
maybe their phrasing could have been a little better.
But
who knows what year.
These are so cool. So one of our customers gifted me a ton of these old magazines. And I really haven't found a good purpose for them, but I knew that I wanted to keep them for some reason. And these are just so cool because not only you get to see these really kind of what the world of quilting was like back in the day. I mean, is this even a quilt? I think this is
it's a star pattern.
Well, I think that's lace. So machine applique. So like these are the kind of patterns that we were seeing back in the day. Okay.
And this is from 1980.
1980.
So it's not even, I mean,
that's
in my world, that's
so old. No, it's not. It's very
I was
young.
In middle school.
It's very young. This one's from 1979. Quilt World, December 1979. It was a whopping 75 cents. So if you guys are history buffs like me, I love looking to see like how much things were at a certain time and looking at the different ads. The advertisements, I think, are just the bomb. But, you know, it's just, you see like this little slice of history in the industry that we love. Right? Okay. Yeah. So then you think, okay, well, that's nice. It just kind of serves as a kind of looky-loo value, whatever, and you can reminisce if you need to. Oh, Ruby's quilting party. Anybody want to go to Ruby's quilting party? But sometimes you can go in here and you can find a quilt that you're like, I can make that. And sometimes you can make that with one of the newer tools or notions that we have. So case in point, I don't obviously have the book or the magazine here, but Denise from Iowa Falls, she went through some of her old magazines and she found a quilt that was using the kite, the kite block that the kitty quarter ruler uses, the creative grids. And so she was able to recreate that, or she's in the process of recreating that antique quilt using a new notion. And I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. So finding old things to inspire us into new things. And that kind of goes along with our decorating and going and finding old things and creating it as new.
It's called upcycling.
Upcycling.
So you can upcycle from any angle from a lot of things. And that's another big thing right now.
Yeah, upcycling.
So make the most of what we've got. Sometimes because of COVID, people have had their incomes decreased or whatever. Well, make the most of what you got. Maybe you've already got something that you can change it a little bit. People are using things to change it, put something on their side or something backwards or something upside down, and all of a sudden you've got a new
brand new something. Yeah.
And so be creative.
There was I don't even know what it was called, but there was a British DIY show where they had a couple of people come into people's homes and they were given a budget of like £100, which I don't have a clue what £100 would be here. But that was enough to give them like budget for paint or whatever. But the goal was to go out to their shed to scout from other parts of the room and recreate totally one of their rooms with just using things in their house and just a very small budget
That they already had.
And it was a fabulous show. I wish I knew the name of it. Okay.
We're getting close to the end.
So you guys, we just got these fabrics in literally today or last night, yesterday. I don't know. Days are running together. This is Deborah Edwards and Melanie Samra of Northcott. This is called Turtle Bay. And we don't usually do a lot of like sea type things here. But
right now we have fish, we have turtles,
But this one just struck me for some reason.
I think it's the color scheme.
It's the color scheme, and then there's a project that goes with it that's a panel project, and I think it's very cool. But these are just the sweetest turtles, and actually they look fantastic with your blue.
Well, there you go, guys. I can serve as your color swatch.
So these sweet, just soft, ocean-colored turtles, greens and blues, very calming. This would make fabulous decoupage on a wall or a pillow.
This one is also associated with it, and I think now this is one where it's actually, I think it goes this way.
Yes.
But I mean, you could
do it that way.
It really doesn't.
That looks like those plants that are kind of like in the sea. Yeah, they're not
Seaweed?
quite seaweed or whatever, but you see like the sea anemones like popping out of them.
Or you pictured Nemo.
Yeah, popping in and out of it.
Anemone.
How cute would that be if you did like a little decoupage Nemo, like?
Oh yeah. Hello.
And then this is the turtle like he was riding his back on.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Crush.
All right, so then, this one's beautiful.
Yeah, this one I'm really excited about.
We gotta open it. I didn't realize it had like that in there, like pebbles.
Yeah. It's got.
Oh.
Yeah. So this one, okay, we'll start at this level here. So this is just really cool blues and
ocean
things
wave
at the top. Okay. Then we go to the other half.
Look at that. You got beach, you got sand, you got
very beachy.
Stone. That's beautiful, you guys.
I think that's really fun.
Think of those landscape quilts out there. That would be a beautiful landscape quilt, and you can do some thread painting on that. That would be just gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
This is why I wanted this collection, or this little bit. I didn't get a lot, but this is why. This is a panel, and it's actually a project panel, and you're going to make a very simple tote. So here's your tote bag, and it has the sea turtles, the similar striations of the sea with the beach going either way. It has the straps. I'm assuming that's a pocket, whether it's inside or outside. It has the directions right on there for you guys.
I would tend to guess that that's going to be an inside pocket, since there's words on both sides of the comb.
So, and here's the thing. It's not like regular quilting cotton. It's a little heavier. It's not heavy like canvas.
It's like a cross.
It's an in-between. So it's kind of a good weight for
but it's a good beach bag.
Correct.
Which I'm sure is what they were thinking about for this.
And it even does. That's a fantastic diagram for a boxed corner.
There you go, Darla. Box your corners. Here you go. We've got the diagram.
So you guys, this is just. I'm excited to put this together.
This one, I don't think it will take very long either.
And I mean, you can obviously use some of these coordinate fabrics as linings inside of it, but I don't think you need to if you just wanted to whip that sucker together.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, if you want it to be stiffer, then obviously you can throw some interfacing in there one way or another. But I think there's a lot of possibilities with that.
This one, we always get asked, do you have any quilt labels? And I always say no. Iowa Falls does have a quilt label book that you can actually iron on multiple times, use it multiple times to iron on the fabrics. But when I saw this, I thought, well, gosh, it's about time to get something. And this is awfully cute. So this is a panel full of quilt labels that are, very eclectic. There's really kind of no theme to it, really. So it's kind of very cool in that respect.
So they can fit the people that you're giving them to.
Exactly. You're not stuck with, it's all flowers. Or it's all whatever. So what does this one say? One of a kind, stitched with love, handmade, See, I thought this right here was this right here. The symbol is like talk to the hand.
Oh, that looks like Marty and me.
It does.
Because that's her symbol.
Yeah. So you guys, wishing your dreams come true. Oh, that one's cute. Okay, you look beautiful. Oh, and it's got even like little just things on there. You look beautiful. P.S. I love you. No rain, no flowers. So some cute little other sayings on there.
And here's one that says, dreams are better under a quilt.
Dreams are better under a quilt.
So lots of possibilities.
Okay, the very last thing I want to talk about is we did get, some Moda stuff in. And kind of the fun thing when we get Moda stuff in is they always send us a little something, something in a sealed envelope. Steph, open it up. Let's see what we got.
Okay, are you going to talk about that? No cabbage. What did we get? Da, 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 da. We got a rabbit.
We got a rabbit. We got a rabbit. Okay.
It's a white rabbit. I feel like Alice in Wonderland.
What are we going to do with the rabbit? Is that supposed to be an ornament?
I don't know if it's supposed to be like an ornament or if it's supposed to be
puzzle it out for us. What is that?
Applique.
Is that like a thing we're supposed to trace around?
I mean, I think you could trace around it, but I mean, it's got this around it, so I'm guessing that it's supposed to be an ornament, but I don't know. Because you never know.
We don't know what it's for. You guys come up with ideas for us. Maybe we'll hide it around the shop, and then whoever finds it gets a special prize.
That would work.
Like, congratulations, you found the rabbit.
You found the white rabbit.
Now eat and drink
white
this.
Rabbit. Isn't that like from Matrix? The Matrix, follow the white rabbit.
Maybe we are in the Matrix and we don't even know
do,
it.
Do, do.
Are you seeing ones and zeros? Are you seeing binary code everywhere?
No, I married an engineer though. Actually, I married a carpenter who became an engineer. And then also, don't forget, we still have our cabbage. So we haven't decided what we're going to do with it yet, but we do have these. And as of right now, they're still $5. Are these on sale at all? Or they're
still buy one get one half off.
Buy one get one half off. There we go. So $5. So we get one for $2.50. So that's like a yard and a half of fabric for $7.50.
Does that kind of look matrixy? Like
I suppose you could. Yeah, you could. Yeah, maybe. Sort of.
All right, but maybe not.
Makes me wonder if it would go this.
From here to the wall over there, it did.
It's not all bad with that.
No, it's not. Actually, it looks quite good. Especially if this is like the inside.
Yeah. So if you want an inside for your bag, we got a really good inside.
Well, how about that?
If you don't want to go with all the others. So anyway, there you go.
That? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with the best quilt shop owners here in Story City and Iowa Falls.
We will see you next week very quickly.
Very quickly. Briefly. Very briefly.
Not the same, approximately the same sew time.
Yes.
But not the same sew location.
No. Gates Memorial Hall.
Yes. In Nevada.
In Nevada. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.